Hello again. I watched with interest as many mainstream news outlets described the Unite the Kingdom rally held on Saturday as consisting of followers of Tommy Robinson. This was very neatly done, for it was intended to underline two ideas which the establishment in Britain is eager to promote. The first of these is that those who express views about immigration, religion, and race which run counter to the orthodox left wing views on such matters cannot possibly have come up with such ideas on their own. Either they are mindlessly following some racist demagogue, or they must have been radicalised online, perhaps by some far right influencer on social media. The idea that ordinary people are perfectly capable of thinking for themselves and fully able to come up with opinions of which our rulers disapprove is a strange and alarming one. Far better to assume that somebody has been putting ideas into their head. This is hugely offensive and insulting to us, of course, because the implicit assumption is that we are none of us able to observe things for ourselves and draw our own conclusions. We can only parrot the views of others. It is for this reason that the huge rally held in London on Saturday, that Unite the Kingdom rally, was said in most newspapers and television news to be a crowd of followers of Tommy Robinson. This sheds light on the second idea that is advanced to explain why people are discontented about immigration and so on. This is that if they have not been radicalised online, then they must surely have been led astray by some persuasive individual who has lured them like some malevolent Pied Piper from the path of truth and common sense. It cannot simply be that they have come to the same conclusions as this or that person, say Tommy Robinson, and accordingly feel well disposed towards him. No, it's because he has fed them a lot of mischievous and wicked ideas, and now they have become his followers. This is a great idea because it also hints subliminally at the idea of fascism, with mindless followers of a strong leader. We all know that this is part of the pattern of fascism, the one leader whom everybody slavishly obeys. By referring to tens of thousands of people expressing their anger as followers of this man or that, they are dehumanized, and instead of individuals with their own views and opinions, they become an amorphous mass of dupes who are simply following a charismatic leader's instructions. All this is very neatly done, and it ties in with the increasing suggestion that the real fears of terrorism in Britain should be around those far-right fanatics who are being radicalised online. I thought it might be a good idea to draw people's attention to this rather cunning tactic which our rulers are using to delegitimise our feelings of anger and dissatisfaction about the direction in which the country is being steered. It means that rather than being compelled to engage with such people, the government is able instead to treat them with mock compassion as gullible fools who are being led astray by influencers on social media, for instance. If only it were not people like Tommy Robinson and those dreadful influencers online, then the population would be quite contented and nobody would even notice the way in which their country is being dismantled before their very eyes. Anyway, this is why you have heard so much about followers of Tommy Robinson over the weekend, because you are being told quite plainly that the best you could hope for is to follow somebody, like sheep. It is beyond all reason that any of you could actually have been thinking and come up with ideas of your own.